All right, I think we're good. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody had an awesome extended weekend. I'm popping on here on Tuesday because yesterday was a holiday and wanted to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. So we're going to do our Monday market update on Tuesday this week. So thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, I'm Ryan Lee with Planet Cheapskate, and I do these every Monday normally, but today I'm doing them on Tuesday. And this is just, we look at some statistics that have to do with the real estate market in a whole. This is national because I have viewers all over the US. And so these may be a little bit different depending on the area you're located at. What I have seen with these statistics is that a lot of them are forward indicators of what's coming, and the Midwest is the last. So the coast, all this stuff happens quicker in the coast, and then it kind of comes into the Midwest later. So it's kind of a cool thing if you're in the Midwest because you can kind of read the coast and see what's happening, and then it's just bound to get to us because I'm in Kansas. So, but hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and join our community. I'd love to have you. My dream is to build a community where we can all help each other out, where it's not just me doing these videos, where maybe I have a real estate agent, just someone from our community that also contributes and does these videos. So other than that, I wanted to also mention that I do a home loan rate update on Fridays going into the weekend, so you know kind of what to expect with the lenders going into the weekend. So whatever lender you're working with, you can kind of know what to expect as far as that rate goes. I think that's kind of it for my announcements. And so we look at really like 6 key statistics here. And we look at active listings, which are just new listings hitting the market. We look at pending listings, which just means that there's a buyer and a seller. It went pending. We look at the ratio of pending homes versus active listing homes. And then we look at the sales price. Are people getting what they're asking? The sale to list. And that kind of tells us, well, actually, the sales price is basically telling us if people are getting, what they're asking. And then the sales to list, I'm sorry. The median sales price is telling us basically if it's up or down as far as people getting more for the same house. And the sales to list price is actually telling us if they're getting what they listed it for. So we also look at the days on market, how long the average house is staying on the market. And then we look at a few extra ones that I throw in from time to time. Another one we look at is mortgage applications, because that's a good indicator there too. And so as I kind of walk these through these, I usually compare it to the week before that we did. And I'm going to kind of explain a little bit more of them as we go through them, but I want to get right to these. I try to keep you anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, depending on how long it takes to get through the statistics. And that's that. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. And I also have a lot of good educational videos too that you can check out on your free time. So with that said, the latest statistics that we have, active listings are down 1.9% from this time last year, but they are actually up 2.3% from last week. Pending listings, this one's huge. Pending listings are down 18% from this time last year, and they're down actually 0.6% from last week. The ratio of pending sales versus active. So this just means for every active listing, for every 10 active listings, there's this many pending. And this actually has flipped. And this is a forward indicator. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the ratio is 8.6 pending per 10 active. And when you have more pending than you have active listings, that just shows that it's a crazy, crazy seller's market, that people are just snatching them up. There's still a lot of that going on, but what you're seeing is more homes hitting the market. And so there's more active than pending, and that's a healthy market. You want it to be actually more active than pending. That's a healthy market. You just don't want it to be too many active to pending, and that is a sign that it's more of a buyer's market. What we talked about last week is that I think that the market is shifting a little bit to where it's going to be more of a buyer's market by the end of the year, maybe early 2023. The median sales price is still up 15.6, but that is down 0.1% from last week. Sell to list is actually at 100.4, so people are getting what they're asking for, or maybe even just a little bit more. But that is down from last week, 0.1 as well. Days of list is still super, super fast. It is at 13, which is what it was last week, and it's actually quicker than last year, which was 16 this time of the season. Pending sales are down 11.1% in the last 4 weeks. So we're going to talk a little bit about that whenever we get to another statistic that I found. Mortgage apps did tick up for the second week in a row just by 0.2, which is very, very small. But we did have a little bit of relief in the rates to where the rates we did tick down the last couple of weeks. So the statistic that I have for you is very, very huge, and it's a crazy in advance forward indicator of kind of what's to come. But new home sales, they fell 16.6%. And it's actually underneath the expected, underneath what it was expected. There was expected to be 750,000 new home sales, and there was only 5,000. I've seen 5,058. Here it says 591,000. Other places I've seen 558,000. So loose kind of sometimes, those aren't always tracked the best, but it came in short. And so what this is new home sales are kind of a weird thing because they are a way forward indicator, because new home sales are actually tracked not when the home is done, not when the home goes under contract, not when the home, well, actually when the home goes under contract, but not when the home is completed, not when the home is moved into, not when the home is closed on. It's when the contract is created, which is actually before the home even gets built. And so for that to be down that much just means that buyers are getting a little bit sensitive to the rates. And we see this on new homes because new homes are usually about 50,000 more than existing homes. And so they're going to be the first ones that are kind of have the sticker shock when it comes to rates. But I do see this kind of going to the market as a whole, to where even people who are looking for existing homes are going to start being affected a little bit by the rates. And this is something that the Fed wanted to happen anyways. That's why they raised the rates, is because they want to cool off the market. And so the cooling off of the market is buyers exiting the market because they don't want to pay the interest rates. If you're out there looking and you've been looking a while, just understand this. Historically speaking, and I know you've probably heard this from a bunch of boomers or anything like that about what they paid, when they first bought their house. But here's the thing. Historically speaking, houses, the interest rates are actually still under their average. If you were to take an average of when the modern, loan products started to come into effect to now, that average would be somewhere between 10 or 12%. So they're still low comparatively speaking. They would still be low even if they were in 7 or 8%, even 9% would still be a good deal, historically speaking. Now, it's on you if you want to, quit. But what I'm thinking by what I'm seeing with these forward indicators is that there's going to be some discounts coming, because what's going to happen is there's going to be some buyers shaking out of the market. Homes are not going to sell as quickly as they have been. And so there's going to be some people discounting their homes down. It may be 10%, maybe 15%, maybe 20%. But I think you're going to see that by the end of the year. I'm thinking probably around November is when a good month to get some premiums on some houses. So if you can hold out till then, if you can find a deal, you might be able to find a diamond in the rough before then. But I'm thinking November is going to be a good time to begin looking. People are usually not wanting to hold on to their houses going into the winter. And so you're going to be seeing some discounts on houses. Me personally, I'm actually waiting until the winter to purchase. I'm going to kind of see what based on what I'm seeing, I think there's going to be some flipping of the market, and I think it's going to be more of a buyer's market coming forward. Or going forward. So that is the statistics, and that's kind of my diagnosis of the market. Now, I could be completely wrong. There's a thing that we call a black swan in investing, and that's just something that's just goes against all the data and is just a black swan in nature is a anomaly. And so nobody knows these anomalies whenever they happen, but there could be an anomaly. The market could crash. I don't see a crash coming like a lot of the, YouTube videos out there, and they're just trying to catch your attention, and they're saying, housing market crash is coming. I don't see a housing market crash coming because there's still strong demand for homes. What I do see happening is a flip, because even though there's strong demand for homes, there's buyers that are flaking out because they're not wanting to do the interest rate thing, or they're getting discouraged because they're putting in 5, 10, however many offers, and they're just getting discouraged from it. But if you stay strong, you hang in there and realize that the rates, historically speaking, are not that low. And then there's other things you can do. You can do lender credits. You can buy down your rate. You can do some things like that to help out with the rate if you just have your mind set on the rates. And so there's some things you can do. If you stay strong, hang in this market, I think you will find the house that's meant for you. So that is that. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And time, I'm going long. So I want to wish everybody a happy and successful week. Keep going hard on those goals, and I will talk to you guys on Friday. Bye-bye.